Okay, hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I would like to say welcome to our public speaking class. So before further talking about our lesson today, so I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Renata. Yes, of course, you can call me as Bu Renata. And I'm going to assist you from the 6th up to the 11th meetings of this public speaking lesson. So yes, previously you have Pak Ganesha as your lecturer, and then in the middle of this semester, you will have me starting from today, and in the end of the semester, you will have Pak Adriadino Fawan as your lecturer. Okay, so hopefully everyone happy with that. Yes, before talking about the new material today, so I'm going to ask you about uh, kinds of material that you already learned with Pak Ganesha. Okay, students, what did you learn before? Informative speech, right? Yes. Okay. So informative speech is considered as the easiest types of speech. And then the next level will be my topic, persuasive speech. And the last one will be speech for special occasion. Okay. I'm going to start to share the screen of today's material. Yes, actually, I already uploaded this PowerPoint presentation and also several materials in your LMS. Simply, you just visit your LMS, click it, and then download it. So hopefully, all of you already read this before watching this video. Okay, so try to take a look of this list of material. On the sixth meeting, today's meeting, we are going to talk about introduction to persuasive speech. And then after that, in seventh meeting, so you will learn to make an outline, also to organize a persuasive speech. And after the second meeting, you will face the mid examination, right? UTS ya di minggu ke-8. And then after completing your mid term, we are going to continue our material with performing prepared persuasive speech. And then after that, in the 10th meeting, you are going to perform impromptu speech. Nah, can you see the difference? The level is getting higher day by day, week by week. So you have to be ready for that. Yang pertamanya hanya intro, kemudian making outline, organizing, kemudian masuk ke performing, tapi masih prepare, and then after that you will have an impromptu speech. And before closing my session, in the 11th meeting, we are going to have a discussion and also analysis. Okay, hopefully everything is clear here. Okay, sekarang we are going to step on the first material. It should be sick, yeah. Introduction to persuasive speech. So I'm going to share this. Right. Okay. So do you have any idea? Do you have any opinion about what is persuasion? Have you ever heard that term before? Sudah pernah dengar nggak? What is actually persuasion? Have you ever persuade a person? Have you ever been persuaded? Okay. Any idea, please? Yes. So persuasion is the process of creating, reinforcing, or changing people's belief or action. Yeah, quite difficult, quite challenging, right? So you are expected after your speech, you will be able to change the people's opinion, the people's point of view towards something. So this is the goal. This is the objective of your persuasive speech. I'm going to continue my explanation. So the ability to speak and write persuasively will benefit you in every parts of your life, from personal relations to community activities to career aspiration. This, of course, especially when you are working in the tourism industry, becoming a frontliner in a travel agent, in a hotel, for example, you have to be able to sell, you have to be able to persuade your customer in order to buy your package, for example, in order to follow your program, for example. So persuasive speech is really important for you. Okay, you get the point, right? Again, if you have any question, just note it and you can ask me in our practicum class. Okay, hopefully the definition is clear, right? So I'm going to continue to the next slide. Purpose. This is the purpose of having persuasive speech. The first one is to get listeners to agree with you. Yes, you bring an idea, you bring something in front of your audiences, and then you have to make your audience in line with you, in the same boat with you. Okay, you got the point? And then another purpose is to defend an idea and to refute an opponent, to give a proof towards something to your opponent, so that your opponent will change their mind and follow your path. And then to sell a program, as I told you before, and to inspire people to action, to make people to move, to make people to do something. Okay, I think these are also very clear. And this is, we call it as a degree of persuasion. This is the process to change another perspective, another view about something. Jadi ini prosesnya ya. For example, saya sebelumnya strongly oppose you, and then dengan membuat persuasive speech ini, bagaimana cara kamu untuk membuat saya dari strongly oppose menjadi ke strongly in favor. Nah, ini prosesnya memang panjang. So you need a special skill to do that. You need lots of practice to cope with it. Dari yang strongly oppose menjadi moderately oppose, slightly oppose, kemudian neutral. Neutral itu di tengah ya. You nggak setuju, you di antara setuju dan tidak setuju. 50%. Neutral. And then, nah ini change to another side. Slightly in favor, moderately in favor, strongly in favor. So this is the process. Seret sampai ke kanan itu. So you have to be able to make it happen. Okay. Kemudian, now we are going to talk about types of persuasive speech. The first one is speech to gain passive agreement, and the second one is speech to gain immediate action. Ini bedanya di mana gitu? Kalau untuk to gain passive agreement, so kalian hanya membuat your audiences from disagree into agree, or you can switch it around dari agree to disagree, gitu ya. It talks about opinion, it talks about agreement, seperti itu. Nah, tapi kalau speeches to gain immediate action, after hearing your speech, mereka akan change the behavior, make an action, for example. Contohnya, kalau yang ini adalah we have to ban smoking. Nah, saat itu orang-orang yang mendengarkan speech kalian, after hearing your speech, they immediately stop to smoke. Jadi berhenti ngerokoknya, gitu. Lah itu immediate action. Ask someone else to do something. Kalau yang passive agreement hanya changing their opinion, changing their views to something. You get the point? Clear, right? Oke. Ini dua tipe ini nanti akan kita pelajari setelah ini banyak. Kemudian skill required. Okay, before having a good and also satisfied persuasive speech, this is the thing that you have to acquire before. Nah, ini speaking to inform. So previously you have this kinds of material with Pak Ganes, right? Nah, tapi kalau persuasif itu is not only speaking to inform, but speaking to inform plus. Nah, plusnya ini apa? This one. After giving information, for example about the disadvantages of smoking. Nah, itu kalian kan menjelaskan informing about the disadvantages of smoking ada 1, 2, 3. Nah, setelah itu you have to be able to affect your listener attitudes, belief or action. Setelah be able to inform about it, selain itu kalian harus mampu memberikan changing attitudes, changing behavior, changing belief or even changing action. Jadi speaking to inform plus affecting your listener. Nah, affecting your listener ini yang menjadi key points of a persuasive speech. Penting memang. Ya. Oke, lanjut ya. Of course, persuasion is the most complex and the most challenging types of speech. Yes, we always deal with the controversial topic, of course. Dan itu biasanya relate to the listener basic attitudes, value, beliefs. So this may increase their resistance to persuasion and make your task more difficult. Ya, sometimes when people are believe to something, itu sangat susah untuk dirubah. Gitu. This is the challenge for persuasive speech. Kalau speaking to inform kan enggak ada gitu. You give the information, you give the detailed explanation, supporting idea, and then examples, that's it. Tapi kalau ini you deal with the controversial topic, you have to change people's view, you have to call for action. Nah, ini nanti yang akan menjadi challenge kalian when you are speaking. Oke? Ini saya kasih contoh ya. Nah, ini how to differentiate between topic antara speaking to inform and speaking to persuade. Kalau contohnya ini history of war on drugs. Jadi sejarah memerangi obat-obatan terlarang gitu ya. Yes, you can talk about it in sequence. Tahunnya berapa, kemudian contohnya di mana, terus pelakunya siapa, apa yang terjadi gitu. It quite easier rather than, nah ini topik for persuasive speech, contohnya adalah prostitution should be legalized in every province. Nah ini kan sangat kontroversi kan, gitu. Satu contoh case di Surabaya, nggak tahu ya sekarang sudah close atau still open, ada gang untuk prostitusi yang very well known gitu, bahkan it considered as the biggest prostitution place in Asia, in East Asia, Gang Doli saat itu. Nah itu there are two types of view tentang penutupan dan pembukaan tempat prostitusi tersebut, gitu ya. Ada yang strongly agree, ada yang strongly disagree, gitu. Nah, yang strongly disagree to legalize itu they talks about religious belief, they talk about moral value and so on and so forth. Nah, untuk yang agree to legalize itu they talks about health management system. Kalau tidak di legalize di situ pasti nanti susah untuk controlling kesehatan, untuk checking kesehatan orang-orang yang bekerja di dalamnya gitu. Nah, topik-topik semacam ini nanti yang kalian bawakan ketika you talk about persuasive speech. Challenging, right? Nah, pokoknya yang debatable seperti ini nanti yang akan kalian bawakan. Mungkin have you ever watch television lately? Ada salah satu case about child marriage. Nah, yes, it can be done. It can be one of the topic for your speech. I got several lists of it. For example, child marriage must be stopped. Nah, itu kan pasti ada yang strongly agree, ada strongly disagree. Kalian yang mana nih? Gitu. Kemudian national examination one, ujian nasional itu should be stopped. Nah, itu kan still debatable juga. Ada yang setuju, ada yang tidak setuju. You can make this a controversial topic for your topic in persuasive speech. Itu juga. Kemudian another example, marijuana must be legalized. Nah, in several states in United States and also in Canada, they legalize marijuana. The purpose of the legalization is deal with the health purpose. Nah, kalau di Indonesia seperti apa nih? Should be legalized atau should be banned? Nah, itu juga bisa menjadi topik kalian nanti. Kemudian, ya, you can browse in order to get idea. You can also take a look your environment. You can make observation in order to get the controversial topic, to get the hardest topic yang nanti akan bisa kalian bawakan, gitu ya. Oke, nanti kita akan banyak bicara tentang choosing, how to choosing the good topic, how to memilih topik yang baik nanti di bagian outlining and organizing. Oke, kita lanjut ya. And this is the organization of persuasive speech. The first, you have to know about the purpose, the specific purpose of your speech. Ini akan menjadi apa ya, fundamental thing yang nanti akan meng-guideline kalian untuk building the content of your speech. Jadi purpose-nya apa dulu nih? Audiensnya siapa nih? Nah, we got to decide it from the first beginning. And after that, you got to make an introduction and then followed by the central idea, main points. Main points ini adalah pengembangan dari central idea. Kemudian conclusion. Ini ya just like writing. Speech is just like writing, tapi itu diucapkan. Kalau writing ditulis. Organization style-nya juga sama aja. Ya. Dengan persuasive text sama persis. Kemudian this is the example on how to organize. The first one, you got to decide the specific purpose. For example, to persuade the audience that an earthquake of 9.0 or above on the Richter scale will hit California in the next 10 years. Central idea, there are 3 good reasons. Nah, central idea ini semacam nanti yang bisa kalian turunkan ke dalam main points. There are 3 good reasons. 3 good reasons. Ada disebut 3 di situ. Nah, main pointnya berarti berangkat dari central idea. Nah, menjelaskan reasons apa. Jadi ada, karena tadi di-mention ada 3 good reasons, berarti main pointnya ada berapa? 3 kan? First reason for main point 1, second reason for main point 2, and the third reason for main point 3. Harus runut seperti itu. Jadi audiensnya tuh nggak bingung, ini ngomong apa sih, kok loncat ke sana ke sini. This is one of our difficulty memang, karena mostly the Asian, kita orang Asia, pola ngomong, pola berpikirnya spiral seperti obat nyamuk, mulek gitu. Jadi sometimes we talk about A point, and then B, and then C, and then back to the A point again. Muter seperti itu. Nah, but if you use pola yang lurus seperti itu, pola-pola pikir yang horizontal, setelah bicara A, ya B, ya C, ya D, ya E, runut seperti itu. You have to follow the second style. Kalau yang pertama, your audience is going to be confused about things that you are talking about. Pay attention on it. Kemudian, a 5 step that follow the psychology of persuasion. Ini yang penting, how to persuade the audiences. Pertama, you got to be able to grab the attention of the audiences. Nah, caranya seperti apa? Wait for a second. Oke, saya sudah tulis di situ ada relating to the audience. So, deciding the audience, who the audience are, is very important. When you talk about, for example, I'm going to talk about online learning. So my audience will be students of college, for example. Cocok topiknya, online learning. Gitu ya. But ketika saya ngomong online learning, but the audiences misalkan adalah lansia, kan nggak cocok. They are not relate with online learning. Kalau lansia lebih cocok misalkan tentang masalah kesehatan dan sebagainya gitu. So you have to be able to see your audience. Direlatekan ya. Kalau nggak relate di sini nggak tertarik gitu ya. Buat apa dengerin? It's not interesting. Tidak bounding. So you have to see. Pertama adalah audiensnya siapa. Kemudian after knowing your audience, you got to create a topic, create a title yang relate ke mereka, gitu ya, yang sesuai dengan audiensnya. Ini jelas? Oke, kemudian showing the importance of the topic. Yes, of course, if the topic is not important for your audiences, they won't follow your speech. They may leave the room and then left you alone. Nah, ini kan jangan sampai terjadi ya, seperti itu. Kalau kasih contoh, misalnya seperti ini. Online learning gives many benefits for the students. The first benefit are da-da-da. The second benefits are da-da-da. The third benefit is da-da-da. Nah, itu bisa di anu ya. Kalian nanti bisa buat sendiri di situ. Kemudian making a startling statement. What is a startling? What in your mind if I state the word startling? Kira-kira apa sih startling itu? Startling itu adalah fact atau apa ya? Surprising fact yang mungkin audiensnya belum tahu tentang fakta tersebut. Jadi ketika you read the sentence, mereka akan, wow, is that true? I never heard before. Nah, seperti itu. Itu sangat penting di situ. Contohnya seperti ini. Misalkan ya, there are 10 out of 100 girls are getting married in young age. Nah, itu we can call it as a startling statement. A fact that makes the surprising fact that makes your audience keep their eyes on you. Itu. Sampai di sini, oke? Lanjut ya. And then the next one is arousing curiosity or suspense. Jadi arousing curiosity itu berarti membuat audiens kalian tertarik, kemudian penasaran, apa sih mau ngomong apa sih ini? Nah, contohnya kalian bisa membuat seperti ini. I will talk about a topic which never been discovered before. Nah, itu kan, apa sih yang mau dibicarakan ini? Something very interesting, something never discovered before. Nah, itu akan membuat your audience pay attention to you. This is important. Kemudian next, to grab the attention of your audience, you can also delivering atau posing a question. Misalkan, have you ever experienced about body shaming? Nah, bisa kan? To how to drag your audience attention, just like a hook in writing. Bisa. Kemudian next, telling a dramatic story using visual aids, ini juga penting. Misalkan gini, bisa seperti ini. Over decades ago, girls were pressed to marry in young age. Many of them chose to end their life. Nah, itu kan dramatic story, tragic story, bisa. You can have it. Kemudian, and also you can use a visual aids. For example, ini nanti kalau saya menilai, ini akan mendapatkan poin lebih ya. Ada visual aids di situ. If you talk about garbage, for example, kalian bisa membawa misalkan barang-barang yang apa ya, didaur ulang dari garbage. Bisa. If you talk about if you talk about saving the animals dan sebagainya, you can membawa realia atau membawa boneka yang relate to that topic, silakan, bisa visual aid, very important, gambar, poster, silahkan, it going to support your speech. Oke. Kemudian next, you make the audience feel need for change. You show there is a serious problem with the existing situation. Nah, ini bisa, misalkan you talk about smoking, and then you already explained about the serious effects of smoking. Nah, so your audience will feel that this situation need to be changed. We got to do something for it. Nah, itu we call it as a need. Kemudian satisfaction. Having aroused a sense of need, you satisfy it by providing a solution to the problem. Jadi kayak yang tadi ya, for example, you talk about the disadvantages of smoking, and you provide a solution towards the problem. Mungkin dengan menambahkan tempat khusus untuk smoking area. Mungkin dengan memberikan denda towards someone who smoke in a public place. Nah, you offer a solution to a problem. Jadi jelas di situ ya. Kemudian fourth, visualization. Having given your plan, you intensify desire for it by visualizing its benefits. Nah, kalian juga memberikan bayangan kepada audiens kalian. If you done this, the future will be changed. Nah, please describe. Endingnya itu akan seperti apa? If you ban smoking, for example, udara bisa menjadi lebih bagus, kesehatan anak-anak bisa menjadi lebih oke, kemudian fresh air is everywhere. Nah, itu we call it as a visualization. When you do this, the effect is just describe it. Gitu. Jadi future implication, future impact if you done what I propose to you, itu apa? Ya. Kemudian action. Once the audience is convinced that your policy is beneficial, you are ready to call for action. Say exactly what you want to the audience to do and how to do it. Nah, in order to make it clear, also you can add some information about if you call for action, how to do the action, kemudian what action that needed to solve the problem, need to be done, apa gitu. Caranya jelas, kalian juga bisa mendeskripsikannya nanti di speech kalian. Kemudian I think that's going to be the last one. And all of these materials taken from the Art of Public Speaking, Stephen E. Lucas, University of Wisconsin, Madison, Paul Stopp, Vanderbilt University. I already gave the book for you, and you might read it by yourself if you need more information toward it. Oke. Nah, saya stop ya share screen-nya. Oke, hari ini sudah belajar apa saja? Masih ingat? Lots of things, right? Okay, so yes, I got to close this session, the explanation session for today's material, and we are going to meet directly in our practicum luring terbatas. So the worksheet, kemudian review, exercise will be available there. Okay, again, thank you so much for having me today. Have a good day and see you soon. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih.